What's going on? What's going on? CEO Ronald creating the difference. Gonna do a little CtD Challenge Match. So go ahead and let me know that I can. You guys can hear me out there. Just make a little comment. Feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're from. I want to see where everybody's from tonight, watching live and direct from the CtD Education Center in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. We got a couple of competitors here tonight. Gonna do a little kegling, a little bowling. Good evening, Christopher Mosley. If you are a Facebook user, if you allow StreamYard to have privileges to your Facebook, then I can actually see you. I can see your name and I can shout you out. What's going on, Sean Friendly? We got my man John from Anchorage, Alaska. Woo! That's far away, and it's probably cold up there too. Anyway, got a couple people from Vegas. Ocala, Florida. I like it. It's going to be a good night tonight, y'all. I'm telling you. Going to have a good match. We got two competitors. We got management represented by Dustin Zehner. Dustin is 4-0? 3-0. My bad. But tonight's going to be a little interesting because Richard said, Richard said he's going to be 3-1. Woo! The smack talking is starting early. Wow. What's going on, Lane? I see you. We got some Murfreesboro, Tennessee in the action in the building too. Appreciate you. Little Winchester, Indiana. What's going on, Taylor? So I like seeing it. Today's going to be a good day. Richard said it's going to be 3-1. Dustin's like, nah, he's going for that 4-0. So should be good. Excited to have you guys join us. And feel free to drop in some comments. We want to talk to you for a little bit. Here in about, actually, you guys need to go ahead and get those final shots in, and then we're going to get this party started nice and on time because that's how we get down over here. So buckle in. We're going to do a little chatting, talk a little bit about bowling. We're going to be able to let y'all know what's going on. My man Ron's in from L.A. too.
He's saying hello.
What's going on? What's going on? Lamar, I see you out there, L.A. in the building. Dayton, Ohio. You know, my dad was from Dayton, Ohio. So, Brian Middleton's watching. So he actually is coming here to bowl this week. He's going to come here and get a little action himself for $500. So should be good. Waco, Texas in the building. Waco, Texas is definitely in the building. So there we go. Final shots. Now, this is going to be a little interesting because what's going to happen is on this particular screen right here, my man Richard is getting 41 pins. So Dustin's going to have to bowl today. Ain't going to be no give me. We're got a little spectre. We're going to clean that off for you real quick too. Want to make sure that we have some fresh specto data. So we'll go ahead and ixnay all of that. Goodbye. All right. Now what we're going to do is looks like Dustin is going to lead us off here. This is game number 1. Appreciate you guys joining. So Dustin gets going with that paradox. Gets him a little messenger right from the beginning. He said, not in my house. Let me get that replay right there. There you go. So it should be good. So here we go. So this is our first peek at Richard. Richard is a CtD staffer, newly joined too. He joined in January, so coming to challenge a little bit for the $500. Little crossover, 6-pin. All right. So we got some questions already. Out of curiosity, do you guys use mostly USB-C rules for this, or could guys do surface changes? I'm assuming you mean during bowling. There's a spare. So no, we do follow USB-C rules. You can only change. Now, here's what's interesting. You can change the surface of your ball. You could do it after each match because technically each match is considered its own event. So you could do it before, but you couldn't do it during. And rarely does that happen. That's not true. Between each game, rarely does that happen though. So crossover for the 3-6. So anyway. I see Jay is saying good luck to Richard, looking for that 20%. Well, we're going to see how that plays out today. Remember, he's getting 41 pins, so that's a nice little start. You know, he's already up right from the jump, so we'll see how this pans out.
We had Colton Lilly wanted to know if you had any advice for college.
So yeah, man, if you're a college bowler or want to get in college bowling, the first thing I would tell you is you want to make sure that you spend some time bowling on some sport shots. College bowling is tough, and what makes it tough is bowling on flatter patterns. When you bowl on house patterns, completely different way you approach and play the lanes. As you'll watch these guys when they bowl on the house pattern now compared to game 3 when they move to the sport pattern. Definitely want to work on bowling on flatter patterns and throwing it straight at spares. Big D gives it the woo. Look at Dustin. He throwing all kinds of little wood early tonight. Look at this replay. Bang, bang. So he's got the double right out the gate. Dustin said he came to play tonight. I see David Lambert. David Lambert's been to the EC. David Lambert actually got a win at the EC. So he's watching tonight. He's watching tonight. He's going for the turkey. What they say? They say gobble gobble up in here, baby. Gobble gobble up in here. Yeah. What? No, I wasn't going really gobble. Come on now. Come on now. Dustin with the turkey action. So remember now, I mean, one of the best parts of this is anybody has an opportunity to be able to compete in the CtD Challenge Match because we're handicap based. These matches are handicap based. This one happens to be worth 41 pins for Richard. So he's got an opportunity to, stay clean, stay tight, and still be able to win here. This is good. A little practice swing in there. Going to shoot the 610. Spare ball. Oh, cherry picked off the 6-pin. So unfortunately, that's going to give him his first open. He's got 45 in the third, but you tack on 41 to that, which would give him 86. So Dustin is quickly eating up the lead that Richard has. We'll see here. He's got a push. So he's got him 3, 6, 9, 10. That is no fun to shoot for sure. Jonathan says, Ron, you had some great games last night. Man, it was a lot of fun. We definitely had some fun last night. I'm glad you watched. Appreciate you watching, Jonathan. So we'll see him shoot. He's got the spare ball out. Get a little hook. There you go. That's a great spare. That's actually really hard. That's tough to shoot. So nice spare there. 3, 6, 9, 10. Spare, baby. So we'll take another peek at the young CtD management staffer, Dustin Zehner. We'll give you a little low view this time. Ooh, that was almost a 4-9. Just got out with just the 9-pin only. So feel free to ask questions. We like questions. Allie's over here helping me. She's to my left. She's helping me handle some of the questions that you guys may ask. So Dustin's going to shoot this 9-pin. Looks like, so he used his strike ball, but he made it, which is what matters. But definitely, So Ryan, I said Ryan. I meant Richard. What's that? Oh, Senior's helping us with the scorekeeping too. So, the scorekeeping does not actually have the handicap built into it. So Senior said it is 86 to 79. So, okay. So, all right. Sorry, in the third frame. So we're definitely fairly close. This is good. 41. You get 41, my friend. 4-1. But Dustin said, woo! Dustin over here shooting little bullets out of his 22. Little pea shooter 22. Bloop, bloop. Yeah, so from an Arsenal standpoint, Richard's throwing a couple of the Lane Master Legend balls, and Dustin's throwing that Paradox. He's throwing an old school Paradox, like original Paradox. That's got to go Brooklyn. And it does. It does for the strike. We'll get you a little better view. I'll be able to see exactly what Richard's using here in a second. It's definitely he's throwing the zombie pandemic. Go figure. He's throwing the zombie pandemic. So he wants to put Dustin in a trance and knock him out cold. So that is the zombie pandemic that he is throwing right now. Look at this. We got a little spectral action for you. You got actually can see everything right here. Look at this. It's like the everything view. Look at this. Uh-oh. All right, a little wide right.
How different are the lanes? The surface on the lanes.
So how different are the lanes since we got some different services? So they are different. So I would tell you that the left lane, which is the Brunswick lane, is about 4 to 5 boards tighter or slicker than the right lane, the AMF lane. Goes for the spare and chops it. Okay, so that changes things a little bit. We'll take a little peek here at the score. Now remember, that's plus 41 on that 93, right? So it really depends on what Dustin does here. This is an opportunity for Dustin to really start to make a little headway here if he's able to capitalize on that open frame. Senior's here in the building too. Senior is definitely here in the building with us. He's statistician for the night. You know what I'm saying? What kind of ball is Dustin using when he hit the 9 pin? He used a strike ball actually. Uh-oh, didn't like that one. Uh-oh. Ooh, out of trouble. Left with just a 6 pin. So that's good. That's what you like to call a makeable. So we got a couple of other. Oh, here's a question. So Ron, I'm on staff, but don't get the notifications when stuff is just for staff is added. Is there something I need to do? So yeah, so you can turn on post notifications. If you actually go to the CtD staff page, there's a video in there. Oh snap! Oh snap! We got a kink in the armor. So you can go to the staff page and you can actually watch a video on how to turn on post notifications. It is actually in the staff group how to do that. All right, so that gives Dustin 127 in the 6, and that gives Richard 134. So we're close. This is definitely close. Yeah, you know, when you bowl a single game match, it's tricky because, you know, each individual frame matters a lot. Maybe even a lot more than normal. Getting down on the knee, wrap, 10 pin. Let's go watch a little replay. Watch the 6 pin. It rings right around the 10. So that's a good shot. Just wasn't able to strike. So Ali was telling you that he used a strike ball. That was in reference to what pin or what ball was Dustin using at his 9 pin. He actually used a strike ball. I guarantee you he's not going to use a strike ball shooting this 10 pin. If we did,
You say it loud enough for him to hear.
If he did, we may have a position available for a staff coordinator. Uh-oh, he's stuck. All right, so you got to shake it off and regroup. All right, so they're bowling on the house pattern. House pattern is Wall Street V2. No, incorrect. High Street V2. Yeah, it's High Street V2. All right. So anyway, I had to make sure I was right on that. So we got what we got there. We got a 2 pin. Richard's got a 2 pin. He's going to use a strike ball and hook at it. There we go. Hook. And it does. All right. So that makes it a little bit tighter. We'll take a peek here. Let's see what he goes with this time. That's a different ball. Uh-oh. Dice off the table. Gonna need a new shooter on that one. Now, that one actually is a painful one because he was on a spare, right? So the spare now gets nullified by the ball accidentally falling off and going into the channel. Oops. I hit it so hard that I shook the camera. Easy turbo. Here we go. So let's see. This is a better pitch. All right, so that's an open frame for him, leaving that 9 pin. So now he's got 153 in the 8th frame, and Dustin hasn't bowled the 8th frame. So this is where Dustin can make a move, really, right? Now, see, this is why. So it says Facebook user, and that's why we want you to let StreamYard have some permissions. If you give StreamYard permissions, it'll turn Facebook user to actually turn you to your real name. So anyway, would you be the first backup if we did it? You would be. Oh, out of trouble, though. Out of trouble. So let's go. Can we get a quick replay? Nope. I was too slow. Next time. So he'll have to shoot the 7 pin. We'll have him do that. Oh, he's hooking at it.
All right.
Spare. All right. So that's going to give him roughly 156 in the 8th frame, which would then slightly put him ahead of Richard, assuming that he strikes here. So this is a big shot, foundation frame, and a big shot for the big D. So here's a good question. Which staff jersey does Dustin have on? He actually has the CtD staff jersey that was last year's official jersey. 2020. Woo! Needed that one. They liked it. So that puts a little pressure on. So now he's with the 156. He is up by 3 pins going into the 9th frame. Big shot. Puts a little heat on Richard here. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Big ball. It's inside. Oh, he gets the crossover Brooklyn. Keeps it close. Larry Bledsoe, my man, asked a good question. Ron, how many 300s have been shot in the center so far? Well, Larry, let me tell you. So far, there's been 1. You want to guess who shot it?
Me.
Me?
It was me.
What? Allie? No, it wasn't. No. Yeah, it was Allie. No, it was me. Anyway, so this is a big shot right here. That's close. Oh, the 10 pin. All right. So that was a good pitch. Watch the replay. That was a flatty 10. You saw the 6 pin go right in the gutter. So that was a flat 10 pin. Big ball, big spare for sure. Got the spare ball, throws it over there. Uh-oh. Swing and a miss. All right. Well, that could spell trouble. So 140, but he gets 41, so that's 181. So 181 is the final score for Richard. Dustin has got 156 in the 8th, working on a strike in the 9th. So really a mark here, and he's solid. He'll take his time. We'll go with the low view again. He's up. Oh! Ouch. We got a 6-7. So that kind of changes some things. Senior. That's not good at all. No, he's fine. He's at 80. Yeah, he's at 82. So he's good. So Dustin wins. Now look at this. Simo says, I'll shoot one there next time. And you know what? That's probably true. So we'll have to have Anthony come check us out. We'll have to come bowl league with us, Anthony. You come bowl league with us. We'll get you to come shoe up in bowl league with us and, show us how it's really supposed to be done for sure. So now Dustin, what he's doing, because he knows he's got the match one, he's actually going to change balls. Looks like, I don't know what he's going to yet. Looks like a parallax. He's going to the parallax, storm parallax. So now I'm assuming he's going to throw a strike ball and not worry about the spare conversion, just to kind of see what the lane's playing like. Yep, he's just going for it to see what the lane looks like. So, all right. So Dustin had 182 and Richard had 181. So it was a 1-pin game there. That's what I like to call close. All right. Uh-oh. We got my man, Dougie. Dougie says Simon needs to come to Jersey. Well, I'm sure that Simon could make that happen for sure. He definitely is not scared to go anywhere and not scared to bowl anyone, as he is one of the best players in the world. All right, match 2. Uh-oh. We got the 1-3-6. No, 1-3-10. 1-3-10. That's an odd combination. So I'm curious to see if Dustin decides to stay with the parallax or not. We'll find out here in a minute. Shoot the spare. Oh, chops the head pin off. All right. So this next shot, we're going to, not this shot, the next, when Dustin goes to lane 1, we're going to play Guess What He Left. If you know what Guess What He Left is, what we're going to do, we're actually going to clear off, we're going to not watch Dustin bowl, we're going to watch him bowl on Specto. And with Specto, we're going to guess, based on the ball reaction, what he left. So we'll do that here on lane 1 when he's back up. I can tell you now, if you were guessing there, you're going to guess 10 back. Yeah, we'll do that too, absolutely. All right, so this is what it is. We're going to do Guess What We Left over here. So what it is I'm going to count down after he throws the shot. You can watch how the ball goes through the pins. I'll count down from 5, and you can guess what he left. How many pins did he leave? Did he get a strike? Did he leave 1 pin? Did he leave 2 pins? That's how we played this game. So we'll see exactly what happens here. So Dustin he's setting up, and we're now going to see what happens. You will watch the ball reaction right here. You can see his ball go down the lane, and you can see what happens. So guess what he left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7 pin. Now, I wouldn't have guessed that. Go back here. So if you look, his ball actually should have split the 8-9. If you split the 8-9, that's considered a perfect strike. But he hit a little bit more of the 8 pin, which I have no idea why he left the 7 pin, but he did. He's hooking it again. Interesting. Woo! She got over there, though. She got over there. So I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that one. We'll do the same thing for Richard here when he gets on lane 1 as well. That one's left. Left the target, but it's Brooklyn. Still a strike.
How do we determine the handicap?
So the handicap is based off of 220. I think it's 90% of 220. Yeah, 90% of 220. So any
Current league average or
highest average in the last 3 years. So, anybody's got a chance to come out here and do this. You got to be a member of our staff. The only way to get an opportunity to come bowl here is to be on staff with us. We're playing Guess What He Left again. So we're going to watch the shot, and we're going to guess what he left. Now you can see that it was definitely left of target, definitely left of the head pin. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the 3, 6, 9. Uh-oh, that's left of target. Trouble. Well, let's look at the score here. So what was that, Senior? So we got 73 in the 3rd frame, and Dustin is getting ready to bowl his 3rd frame. So we'll see how it goes. He's throwing the parallax. Oh, parallax leaves the 4-9. So he wanted that one, but he's got him a 4-9 to shoot. This is a hard split. You got to get the ball to the left side of the 4 pin to kick it into the 9 pin. He's throwing it hard and straight. Yeah. That's what you call spare shooter. Replay. Got him. Or as I like to say, I got it. As I like to say, don't leave it if you can't make it. Anyway, so that was a pretty important spare there for Dustin. So we'll see what he does now. He said go, and he's throwing wood. But that 10 pin was not falling, not having it, not today. Not today. So definitely he's got 57 in the third, and Richard has 73 in the third. So Richard is still up. Dustin's slowly but surely starting to chomp into the lead. Now, spares obviously matter here a lot. So Dustin's going to use his spare ball, and he's going to get it over there. Look at him. He's happy. He made himself one of them spells. He got him one of them spells. So all right, Richard is going for the Brooklyn, and he got another one. Got another one. Here's a question: how long is the house shot? What's the volume? So it's High Street, Volume 2. How come I keep messing that up? What is it? It's Wall Street or High Street?
It's High Street. Are you sure? Because Wall Street is
anyway, it's 40. Yeah, it's 40. It's 40. It's 45 feet, 44 or 45 feet. It's long, and there's some volume there. But we're bowling on fire oil. We're bowling on some longer. We're bowling on fire oil, which hooks. Oh, look at this one. See, now what I call that is taking advantage of the situation. So he got a Brooklyn on the right lane. But on the left lane, he was like, well, I'm going to take full advantage of it and go 10 back. So that puts Dustin in a little bit of a bind. Here's a Facebook user question. By being a member of staff to come to the EC to bowl a match with Ron or Dustin, you have to win. You've got to get in the group. And in the group, we give opportunities to be able to come bowl us. We want that to be an incentive for being on staff, and it's an opportunity. I mean, these guys are bowling for $500, so it's not like it's free either. So there are some other opportunities that will present themselves over time, and we will have those available as if you are a member of our staff. Oh! So I'm going to tell you something. Dustin's hitting the pocket with this parallax, but he ain't getting 10 very often. You can see a little bit of frustration there. So he's got to shoot a 9-pin. I mean, the ball motion's close. It would appear that it's just a little bit too strong down lane, and that's what's creating the issue. So you can make an adjustment, right? You can make an adjustment off of that for sure. So let's take a look at the ball motion from Dustin. And we're going to do that by going to a little different view. So we're going to go to this view here. This is like what I like to call the everything view. So we're going to focus on the specto data. Even though you can see in the upper left-hand corner, you'll be able to see Dustin throw the ball. Yeah. Oh, we got a little messenger. Take out the 10-pin. So back to that specto data. Look, so see how the ball went over the 9-pin? If your ball's going over the 9-pin, that's actually not a good hit. You want the ball to split the 8-9. That's a lot of deflection. So he was able to get lucky and get the corner out there with the messenger, but that's definitely a little bit too much deflection. Uh-oh, we're left the target again. 9-pin. All right, well, not terrible. Not terrible. Jason said would love for the junior staffers to be able to come bowl for some smart scholarship. We can definitely set something up for that as well. We are big fans of junior bowling and junior programs. So that's why you can be a junior member if you're on Team CtD without affecting your eligibility for anything. So there was a nice spare conversion there by Richard. Now he'll get to bowl on lane 1. Let's do that cool view again. Cool kid view. 122 to 96 is the score. We'll be able to watch it. He was able to get that ball to get into the pocket. And by getting it into the pocket, he was able to get one of them strikes. So he's putting the heat on Dustin. He's not going to let Dustin go. Dustin's going to have to figure out a way to strike. That's what it's going to come down to. So he's got 142 in the 6. So Dustin needs to make a little move here. He needs to have this one. He went different ball. Oh, different ball. 10 back. Different ball. And he said he wanted it to happen, and it was so. He made a ball change there. Let me see what he was throwing. Looks like he's throwing that Hammer Obsession Tour. Got him one of them fresh obsession tours. Shout out to Brunswick for sending us a bowling ball for that True Ball review. And Dustin is taking that bowling ball, and now he's officially using it in this competition. So he's got him a little asymmetrical ball out there now. So now the question is, can he turn his double into one of them turkeys? Yep. Here we go. He's going to need it. Gobble, 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 gobble. And he wants the pins to talk to him one time. 10 back. Little obsession tour. All right. It's back to Richard. What's he going to do? He's been pulling it a little bit. Hopefully he gets this one out a little bit. Nope, that one's left to target too. Uh-oh, we got ourselves a 310. 310 baby split. The way you make the baby split is you take your bowling ball and you go right in between those two. The bowling ball should actually hit both pins. If it does, you will get yourself a spare. If it doesn't, you're going to get yourself an open. Got a hook, got a hook, got a hook. Just like that. You can tell Richard was listening to me on that one. He took my advice there and was able to convert himself a spare. Brian Roberts says, one more time, Ron, with the gobble. I'm going to tell you right now, give me a couple more turkeys, we may make it happen.
Well, if he gets 4, are you going to oink because that's the ham bone?
Ouch, that's a little much. Uh-oh. Can we get the replay of that 10 pin? Here we go. Watch the 6 pin, goes in the gutter. That's what you know as a flatty 10. Flatty 10. Spare ball, right at the 10 pin, straight at it. Just like so. That's how you do it. That's the key. Keep shooting spares. So, I mean, Richard's got 181 in the 8th frame on a spare. So Dustin's going to have to break out this obsession tour and make something happen still because he got a little work to do.
When's the next raffle? I don't know.
We do challenge match raffles once a week. So there'll be one this coming week. We've also got a ton of matches coming, which is a great opportunity for you guys watching. We actually will have a discount code at the end of this match. If Dustin wins, there'll be a discount code for 10% off for 2 hours. If Richard wins, that gets doubled to 20% off for 2 hours on CtDbowling.com, anything on CtDbowling.com. So just got to hang in there till the end, and you'll be able to get that code one way or another, save you a little bit of money, and a reward for hanging out with us. So here we go. Big D. Working on one of them ham bones. Take it to the low view. Obsession tour. He likes it. Oh, ham bone. Hamboruski. All right, let's watch the replay. Oops, too late. 10 back. All gone. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dustin said that's how many wins he wants to have after this night. 4. Larry says, Ron, would you stick with one company for your bowling balls? Larry, I did that for 15 years. And when I was done doing that, I was done doing that. We throw everybody's bowling balls now. We like them all. The only way I think you should do that is if you're being paid by the company. All right. This is for 5. Yeah. Ooh, he likes it. 5-pack, which doesn't really sound good. Like, that sounds terrible. It should be a 6-pack. What's 5? Yahtzee? No, that's 6.
Yeah. No,
5. Okay. Yahtzee. All right. So that's the first ball in the 10th frame. So Dustin's actually trying to end this match. Dustin can shoot 246. Yeah. So he can end it. He can end it. He needs a couple more though. We'll see. Obsession tour. Yeah. Break open one of those 6-packs, baby. I'm thirsty. So there we go. So that ball change was a good ball change. Which one of the keys here it's telling you is ball motion. Understanding ball motion is a big deal, right? Because you can see with the parallax when he was throwing it, it wasn't the right shape. It wasn't too far off, but he couldn't strike with it. He makes a ball change to something with a little more surface, and plays in the same part of the lane, and all of a sudden, now he has the world. And one. So that would be a win for Dustin. That pretty much wraps that up at 246. So now we'll confirm that because that may be, that matches, that ends it up. So that is over. Dustin is up 2-0. What we're going to do, and you are right. So David Williams says Rob Stone knows them all. You're correct. He does know them all. He's a lot better at this than I am, for sure. Actually, all those guys are. So I apologize because we're just not as good as they are. But at the same token, we're having a little bit of fun. So there's an open that'll finish up the game for Richard. And now what we'll do is we will go ahead and make a few changes. So just bear with us for a quick second. We're going to make a few changes so that we can get the guys set up to bowl on lanes 3 and 4. 3 and 4 will be where the next set of matches are going to be at. And they're going to change patterns. They do get a little bit of practice on 3 and 4, so we'll let Allie go ahead and get them set up. So that was a 246 for Dustin and a 206 for Richard. Allie's going to go ahead and get these guys a few minutes of practice. I am going to let you guys see a little bit about what's going on out there on the lanes. So that's a little dark. Not that dark. That dark. There we go. You can see the shots there. A lot of shots kind of all over the place there for those two guys. Both of them are kind of in the similar parts of the lane, so to speak. Obviously, Richard was left of Dustin, but at the same token, you can kind of see they were kind of playing part of the same part of the lane. Now, that's also why you would have the lanes change or transition would experience it faster. If you got guys playing in the same part of the lane, you're going to have more transition. That's kind of how that whole thing works. So it gives you a little bit of insight of what's going on there. And we're getting everything else set up and ready to go. They're going to get a little bit of practice here. And when those guys have thrown some shots, we will get a fresh, there we go. We got a fresh view for you, my friends. And Dustin immediately changes balls for his practice shot. So should be good here. We'll let them get just a bit of warm up and we will keep it cracking. So I got 146 people on right now. So talk to me, good people. What you want to know? Let's talk a little bit about some bowling. Let's talk a little bit about what they're seeing, what's going on. You know, give me some feedback, and we'll give you some feedback as well too. Dustin changed balls to the Red Paradox. He didn't even throw the Obsession Tour. He went right to the Red Paradox over there. So, look at this. Mitch Young says we need to get Dustin a title belt to put on the line the way he's stacking up these wins. Well, let me tell you, I'm glad that Dustin's on the management team. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's on the management team because he helps to balance out when the other half of the management team, myself, loses. So it's all right. Right now, it is 5-2. You know what I'm saying? It's 5-2 what it do, but it's about to be 6-2. So unless Richard has his way. If Richard has his way, it's going to be 53. So we'll see. We'll see. There's going to be some work to do, but we're on a different pattern. So that's why I like what we do because it allows the bowlers, it's not a runaway situation. Like now they're bowling in a completely different environment. So you don't know, how it's going to go. There is no give me, in any situation. So Dustin's going to throw that Red Paradox up, maybe on both lanes. We'll see. That's a 2-4-8-10. Mitch Young says, how about that 2-pin for Tom Dartery today? Wow. For sure, that was a $100,000 2-pin. For certain. Now look at that. That is 4 and 6. 4 and 6, which tells you this shot ain't easy. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. Do you address performance fitting in the pro shop class? We talk about all kinds of fits, including performance fit. Hook. I was thinking it was going to hook. We might have a chance to make a spare. So now, here's the question. What's the length of the pattern they're bowling on? So they're bowling on Eiffel Tower. Let me go pull up some data. You guys need about one more shot, maybe a piece? All right. Dustin says he's good. So Eiffel Tower is 48 feet. So it's long, 48 feet in distance. And it is a 1 to 2.3 ratio. So 1 to 2 to 1. So I mean 1 to 2. So it's hard. Like it's flat. It's flat and long. Like that, I guess like the Eiffel Tower is. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we are now going to clear off and get ourselves reset. And then looks like Dustin's going to lead us off game 3 with the red paradox. Uh-oh. Starts out with a split. That's ugly. What is it? That's the 2, 4, 7, 10. I don't even know what you call that. Grandma's teeth or I mean that's grandma's teeth right there. Well, one that's got 4 teeth, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, going for the spare. He'll take one. So here's a good question. Here's another good question. Let me go back to it. I got sidetracked by grandma's teeth over there. Here we go. Doug Whiteman actually, or Weedman, I'm sorry, was actually, I know him. Like he was one of the coaches at Purdue University that both Dustin and I attended. There we go. Richard starts off with a strike. So he says, are the Brunswick lanes high friction panels or do the AMF lanes read earlier? So the Brunswick are the lower friction, the AMF are the higher friction. So these guys basically, even though they're only bowling on one pattern, Eiffel Tower, Doug, they actually are bowling on 2 different patterns because the left lane is going to play a lot tighter than the right lane. Shout out to Purdue, boiler up. Dustin and myself, both went to Purdue. Hang on one second, Richard. Hold on one second. We got to take a time out here. Go ahead.
Hey, Ron, I'm going to take the roller out on back to the new.
10-4, good buddy. All right. Sorry about that. I got an update on what was going on, and I apologize, but you are now officially ready to bowl again, Richard. That was our mechanic in the back letting us know of a little change that he's going to make so that we can be very efficient. We'll be very efficient with what we're doing. So here we go. Back to the action. And we got ourselves a 2-8 with the extra pin. That should be called the Tom Doherty. That's what that should be called. Because literally he left that today, and then it fell for him to win his first major title. Shout out to him for winning his first major title, especially for as long as he's been bowling. That was pretty cool to watch. If you didn't watch, you should definitely take a look at it. He bowled his butt off, shot 260. Anyway, that's how you make the spare. Nice pickup. We got a question about some products. Jeff says, I got my 6-pack of CtD pads today. I went to resurface my idle at 2,000. Should I use a spray bottle of water between each pad? After that, what pad should I put on the ball? So if you want your ball to be at 2,000 and you're using our products, you can go right to 2,000 grit. You don't have to put a grit before that. Water will help. The pads last a little bit longer. That's trouble. So we got ourselves what's called the rail, or affectionately known as the 1247. So yes, you can use water on the pads. Also, if not, you can use True Cut True Cut Conditioner, which is our product that will help the pad last longer too. Spare ball straight at it. Oh, he chops off the 1, 2, 4 and leaves the 7. All right, so this one's not going to be a barn burner by any stretch of the imagination because there is no barn and we're not burning it anyway. Now, there are a lot of barns in Hopkinsville. That is true. I know who that is, so we're good to go there. We'll just go ahead and let him go ahead and throw his next shot. And actually, we just had a equipment check, and our friend Richard is now throwing the Bloody Ocean. So another one of the Lane Master Legends Bowls. Oh, yikes. 4-9. So this is definitely starting off a little different. The ball went a little high and left the 4-9. Uh-oh. Jason said, boiler up. My man. That's a win. I have a 10th grade girl looking at Purdue for engineering and bowling. Love hearing that. Definitely a good spot to be able to bowl. Dustin and myself both have graduated from Purdue, and we are both still in bowling. Spare again? Almost. Takes off the 4-pin. Actually, there's been a couple of other people that are in bowling that went to Purdue as well. So a lot of Purdue people have ended up with careers in bowling fields. So cool. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to see Richard can do some damage. Little right. Let's see, this is the difference. So on the other pattern, you know, that ball would have come back. But because this pattern is flat, when you miss to the right, that miss is really amplified. So the ball not only goes to the right, but it just hangs out there like, you know, it hangs out there like a fly on the wind. Yep, that didn't make any sense, but that's all right. Uh-oh, hold on. We got a problem. It's going to re-wreck his 1. That was the 1-2. So we need to call our friend in the back. Let me hit the call button. And then he's going to be like, what up, Ron? I'm going to be like, we need the 1-2 set up. Here, listen. What? See. Paul, I need the 1-2 on 4. The 1-2 on 4. Good buddy. I didn't tell him the good buddy part. But it sounded a lot better. Anyway, so now we have a quick TV timeout. Ask some more questions and you shall get some more answers. Somebody asked what the mills were, so let me go look. There are 25.9 or 26 mills, actually. And we'll let Paul get us the 1-2, or as I like to call it, the 1-2. Yeah, definitely out of bounds. It's flat pattern, Roy. When you're bowling on a flat pattern, when you miss to the right, it gets amplified. This is one of those patterns that when you watch a guy like Anthony Simonson shoot 260 or 250 on, you're like, well, he's bowling on the China. It's easy. No, he's just that good. That's what's going on. So these guys, the guys on tour, they bowl on stuff like this all the time, and they make it look like it's easy, which is why we wanted to bowl on 2 different patterns, because obviously when we bowled the last couple games on the other pair, it looked pretty easy, and this looks like it's almost impossible. So it just kind of shows, you know, the power and the finesse that the professional bowlers have. They truly are in a league of their own. Anyway, we got a crossover, not fully crossed over, but that's definitely the 6, 9, 10. Look at this, more boiler action stuff. TJ Smith was a bowler. He was NCAA Bowler of the Year. Love hearing that. Good stuff. Go for the spare. Oh, ouch. We took off the 9-pin. All right, let's get a little scoring update. Let's see what the scoring is going on. So we got 94. No, right?
In third frame.
Oh, yeah. So 96 in the third frame, and Dustin's got 2-5. 0-5.
He shook his head at that.
That would not be the right lane. We're gonna look at this lane. There we go. Attaboy. Practice swing. Red paradox. Uh-oh, that's wide right. Wide right stays wide right all day, every day, including Sunday or Saturday today. So he's got some work cut out. 6 count gives him the 1, 2, 6, 10. A couple ways to shoot this. You can go Brooklyn and kick the head pin over to take out the 6-10. You can shoot it from left to right and have the ball hit the head pin and take out the 6-10. Looks like he's going to go that way. Yep, going across at it this way.
Yeah.
Shooter. See, here we go. Doug knows the history. Ray Edwards and Nick Cybers were both Purdue engineering people who went on to do product development and aspects of bowling. And I was not the only one. That's true. There were multiple people, 3 people total that went to Purdue and ended up doing bowling ball design. Bowling ball design. So pretty cool little fun fact there. So this Facebook user says maybe a ball change. I'm telling you, it's really less about ball change, more about good shots and playing really your favorite part of the lane. Like this is just hard. This pattern's just hard. There's one of them dare strikes. I can tell you right now, with the way this is going, you're not going to be hearing me gobble anytime soon, unless these guys figure out a way, which is possible, to make it happen. Look at that. Look at those 3 views. That's not very pretty at all. Let's go back to the single view, and Richard's back up again. The Bloody Ocean gives him a 6-pin.
Tell people if they're seeing their name come up and it says Facebook, just go to StreamYard.com/Facebook.
So look, you can go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Uh-oh. Dice off the table. We need a new shooter over here. All right, so you can go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, and you can tell StreamYard, yo, go ahead and show my name. And then Facebook people will be able to see their name, and we'll be able to help ask, we'll be able to reference them in these questions that we're asking. All right, the Bloody Ocean's back on the lane. Brooklyn, got it. We are playing this game called How Many Pins. We are not playing a game called How Do the Pins Fall.
Somebody just posted your TED Talk
What?
in the comments. Brian Roberts.
Oh, yeah. See, Brian has seen the TED Talk. There was a TED Talk that I did. I actually did that at Purdue. That was a fun time. Good, fun time. So we're taking a quick TV timeout. Dustin is over there putting a little bit of new skin on his thumb. So he's getting himself ready. Now we're going to fine him $100 because, you know, the shot clock has now officially ran out twice. So he's now going to get a $100 fine for that. But he doesn't care. He's rich, so he didn't really care about that kind of stuff. He's like, put it on my tab, buddy. Uh-oh, David Lambert. Is he talking some trash here? How many wins from staffers will it take to do a shootout for the winners? I can tell you it's going to take more than 2. I can absolutely.
He wants to come back and bowl Dustin.
Yeah, if he wants to come back and bowl Dustin, he's got to earn the right. He knows how to do that. You got to be a part of the group, which he is. You got to get into the opportunity raffles, which we have. He has done. He's won, and he actually came and he kicked my butt actually. So shout out to him for doing that. Big shot here.
There you go.
10 back. So let's go take a peek at the score here. Senior, how we looking on the score? We need to wait. Senior said, look, son, you will wait until I'm done. So we're going to take a time out there, and we'll clear the lanes and play Guess What He Left. We're going to play that game where you get to listen and you get to see, but you don't know what he leaves. And then we'll talk about it. So I'm going to count down from 5 after 3. Pins. The ball has the pins, and we'll see if you can guess what he left. Ball down the lane. You can see it. There it goes. Now that ball obviously hit the head pin. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He left the 3, 9. That's not an easy spare on a challenging pattern. 113 to 73 in the 5th frame, and Dustin is now in the 7th frame. This is a big spare right here. So, and that's how you make it. That's how you make it. So here we go. Here's a good question. What year did you graduate from Purdue? So I graduated from Purdue back when there were still horses and buggies. Was the preferred method of transportation, and people had beepers and pagers. You probably don't even know what a beeper or a pager is, Steven. Actually, it was 2001. That's a long time ago. I'm old. I'm cool with that, though. 10 back. Ooh! Ooh! We got a little smack action going on right there, too. Richard said, this is what 10 looks like, and this is what 10 looks like when I smack it out for a double. So, yes, I graduated Purdue in 2001. I see some questions rolling in, so we're definitely going to make that happen. Whoa. 7. And he's got the 1, 2, 8. Yeah, 1, 2, 8. Anyway, a couple more questions. Ron, I watched last night. Do you drill your fingers bigger? The answer is yes, to accommodate for the tape that I have in my fingers. Yep, sure do.
I need 340 in the 6.
Gotta go for the spare. Oh, he gets it the hard way. That's tricky. That definitely is tricky. All right, so Senior's gonna give us a scoring update here. I guess So Dustin's got 93 in the 6, which is not hard to see because it's on the screen. But the 140 is definitely a lot higher. So this is
Beating him scratch.
yeah. What? Allie throws out a little sidebar. She goes, Richard's beating him scratch. Ouch. Easy over there, Turbo.
Don't piss him off.
Anyway, Dustin's gonna throw a pitch right here. Walked it off. Gave it the scowl face. Like, take that 10 back. Huh. Watch that. Nice and pretty. Nice and so pretty.
Someone did ask about.
Alan says, you're about the same age. Alan, I am 42. 43. I'm 43.
You just turned 43.
I'm
like
43.
last week.
43 years old, a.k.a. I'm an old man. I'm cool with it, though. I like it. It feels good to be 43. Uh-oh. Oh! Ouch. 4-9. Now, Dustin has shot this 3 times. This will be the 3rd time he shot it so far. So he's made 1. So we'll see what happens. This one's looking like he needs to make this, actually, because if not, he's going to run out of frames. Going for the spare. Almost. All right, so he's in trouble. 141 in the 9th frame. And Richard's got 141 like in the 2nd frame. So this is kind of a crucial shot for Richard here if he wants to put the boots to Dustin. The boots have been put on. He said, take them boots. All of them. So Dustin can shoot 171, and Richard is already over that. So Richard's going to win this game. That's already done. So even with the 5 count, half, he's still a winner. So now it's 2-1. It's 2-1. Dustin's got 2 games won, and Richard has got 1 game won. Inconsequential, does not matter. So let's these guys will clear that off. How much friction is there difference between Brunswick and AMF? About 5 boards, I would tell you, Tom. 5 more boards of hook on the SPL, which is the lane on the right. Dustin getting ready to throw one right now. So you can see what Dustin did there was he moved. Same ball, completely different part of the lane. And he gave us the He gave us the That means that he may have found something. Means he may have found something. He said Richard is living in Brooklyn tonight. He very well may be. But we're playing how? Mini. We're not playing how, so that's good.
Did you finish answering the friction difference?
Yes, we're good on the friction difference there. Nice checking his other paradox out there. That ball's throwing some logs too. Look at that smile. He's like, oh yeah, I see some blood in the water now. Wait till this next game starts. So you see he's moved way out to the right. So he's not playing in anymore. He's moved to a completely different part of the lane. And he's going to, see kind of, his look looks a little bit better out there. Which lane surface do you prefer? I don't prefer either one. It doesn't matter to me. It's more about just matching up on them. So he's throwing the red paradox again. That ball's a little strong. So we'll see. So it's 200 by Richard to 170 by Dustin. And it is now officially 2-1. So we're going to get these guys.
Put the little banner up.
Yep. We'll get that going here, and you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. It is 2-1, and this is going to Game 4. We're getting ready to start Game 4 right now. Good shot. Oh, and it jumped a little bit. It jumped just a little bit, and he left the 3, 6. No, yeah. 3, 4, 6, 7. That's ugly, but you might get the spare. That's a weird 2. That was a weird 2 to get. I don't know how he did that. Anyway. Yeah, that was the back 2. That was definitely odd. I don't think I've ever seen that. Somebody said, where's my Specto data? Well, if you want Specto data, we'll give you some Specto data. Let me freshen it up here real quick here, and we'll get you some fresh Specto data so you can take a peek and see exactly how it's going down. There it is. We'll give you the all-encompassing view. Oh, so you can kind of see it through the face, and that was not a good shot. So we got the 3-6-10. 3-6-10, buddy. So we'll watch Dustin shoot the 3-6-10. You got to guess, see if he makes it. All right, how about that? 3-6-10. You can see which way he's shooting it. You can kind of see there where the ball went. So you can guess if you think he made it. And the answer is he did. So that's the spare. All right. So we are officially in game 4. Dustin needs to win 1 more. Richard needs to win the next 3. Or next 2, rather. Somebody's going to win $500, and it's not going to be me. Straighter. Definitely straighter. Didn't like it. Got the crossover for the 5-pin. Now, a funny story about the 5-pin. You technically have literally more than half of the lane to make the 5-pin. So typically what happens when people leave the 5-pin, people put their hands up in the air, which is a signal that if you miss it, that you have to buy everybody a drink. There's very few people here, but they definitely have their hands in the air looking for a drink. Dustin says no drink for you. 9 spare. Josh Taylor says he's excited to come see us on Wednesday. We're excited to see you too, Josh. Should be a good time, my friend. Good time. All right. Look at this. Some more. Guess what he left? Now you see it went over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He left the 5-10. I don't know if you guessed that. If you did, that was a pretty good guess. Got to get the ball to the left side of the lane. He's throwing a spare ball straight at it. Get over. Oh! Richard says, I'm a spare shooter too, baby. Nice pickup. Well, on the challenging pattern, which is what this is, spare shooting is very, very key. Different ball. 10 back. Uh-oh.
10 back.
Uh-oh. Richard said he's here to play. He started off a little slow, but he got it back together. All right. Remember, if Dustin wins, you get 10% off. If Richard wins, you get 20% off for 2 hours following the conclusion of this match. Dustin's playing a lot straighter down the lane. Woo, 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 woo. Throwing them logs across. Watch the log. Watch the log. Watch the log. 10 is a win. So the score is now, according to Senior Art Statistician, he says the score is 69-39 in the second frame. And you say, well, how come it's like that? Well, it's because Richard gets 41 pins. So that is why the score is what it is. Dustin's trying to capitalize on that strike, going for the double. Hooked a little bit, left him a 6-pin. So you can tell, you guys can tell by watching that this is obviously a much harder pattern. A little bit of a mistake, and these guys pay dearly for it, or they can get lucky. But you can see how different it is bowling on the sport pattern, which happens to be Eiffel Tower, compared to the house shot. Straight at the spare, converts it, and Richard's going to give it a whirl. Working a strike. Strikes are crucial here. Uh-oh. 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 1, 2, 8. Or what I like to call the 128. So anyway, you'll have to get the ball to the left of the head pin to get that 8 pin out. The 8 pin is the hard one to get. I said 1-2, but I really meant 1-3.
Go ahead. You said I bumped a button.
That's fine. Hey, you got the spare.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So 86-59. Yeah. We lost sound for a quick second, but I'm back. I should be back now. Says he's got to trust it. Definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. So these guys are not bowling. It's hard. I mean, this pattern is really hard. So you're being able to watch that. Oh, spare shooter. 210. Spare. Can get the replay. Boop, just like that. Or as I like to say, don't leave it if you can't make it. We should put that on a shirt.
77, like.
7. We're still figuring it out. We had a quick technical difficulty. Hey, maybe we got something now. So the camera's not on, but maybe there's still no audio. Look at that.
It says it's in standby.
Can you hear me now? Let me know if you guys can hear us now. We're trying to make sure we get the sound, but I do not have a picture. The audio is working. They can hear us talking now. We do not have a picture for that particular view. So this is my man says it's closed captioning working. And then the other guy says, do we need help? No, we don't need no help. Man, we got it under control. We're gonna lose audio.
Yeah, picture or no?
No picture. Hopefully we got some sound. So I'm cool with moving this camera and using this camera. Well, we can keep the sound going. We can use one camera. Yep.
You want me to raise it?
Yeah. You can see we're moving stuff around. Can you hear me? Let's make sure you guys can hear us first. The audio should be back. Let me make sure they're over there fixing the issue. Since the audio is in and out. So maybe what we'll do is we will also move the audio to a different spot too. The audio should probably just be over here. So just bear with us for 1 second. We will get it back. I'm going to lose the audio again. Don't worry. We'll get it together. Actually, this is on well. All right. One, two, three. It's saying, can they hear me? Yeah. You can hear me now. That's good. All right. So we at least got the audio back. All right. Whew. Boy, that's a little tricky situation. Don't worry. We got to figure it out. A little TV timeout. That's all. Anyway, you can hear me now. Be able to hear me fine, Dustin.
That camera's on. I can hear you.
That's fine. Let's do the robot. Testing. What's up, baby? We back. We done switched it out. Did a little different audio action this time. Hopefully you can hear me now. We should be good to go again. I apologize for the delay. had a little bit of technical difficulty, so the sound should be good. Please let me know that you guys can hear us okay, and we will resume the competition. You can see we got a slightly different camera angle. We're good now. I appreciate you telling me that, Matt. We are loud and clear, like hearing that. So Dustin's going to throw another shot. Helps us solve the technical difficulties and still throws the 10 back. So we appreciate that. Anyway, there's a little quick scoring. So we've got Richard's got 135 in the seventh, and Dustin's got to throw one more shot here. So we'll take a peek and see what happens. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Sorry for the technical difficulty there. Glad that you can hear us now. We've switched out to a different mic. Uh-oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. 1, 2, 5. All right, well, this is definitely a little bit tricky, right? You can see that too. So, like I said, we had 135 for Richard, and Dustin has got 124 in the sixth. So the spare here is a big deal. This is not easy too. Gotta get that 5-pin out. Got a hook. Like that. Conversion. All right. So Brandon says, we're also glad we can hear you. Man, we appreciate it. Had a camera completely die on us. So we did a little swapping around of some action, and now we're good to go. We're back on it. Here we go. Richard's going to give it his best. He's got he has the 3 6 to shoot. So you can see, spares are crucial here. And he converts to 3-6. So 134, 144 to 135. So in the seventh frame. So it's a tight match. Anybody's game still. Richard gave him the 10 back. Richard gave him the 10 back. So you got to remember, you got to add 41 to Richard's score here. So that 114 is actually 145. 155 rather. All right. So we'll see what happens here. It's a tight match. Big shot for Dustin. He said, "Oh yes." He said, "Oh yes," and he liked it. It was tasty. Says, love that jersey Dustin has on. Lorded it last night. Thanks to Ryan. Ryan was able to give the people that were watching 20% off. That was pretty sweet. And you may have an opportunity to get 20% off as well today if Richard is able to overcome the 2-1 deficit. But Dustin is saying that is still up in the air, and he is not going to go out without a fight.
64 to 155.
So it's 64 in the eighth to 55 in the eighth, and they're both on a strike. It's a big shot. Big shot. Dustin liked that one. First one in the 10th. That was a big shot. So the question is Richard going to be able to come back, or is it over? We don't know. This shot here is going to help determine that for sure. Oh, look at the 5-pin. Look at the 5-pin fall. Can we get a quick replay of the 5-pin? Boop. Just like that. Brian says, get tuned up. Look at this. Look what Brian says. Get tuned up for the gobble gobble Ron. If he throws it, I'll give you the gobble gobble. Survey says, look at all those screens. Whoop. 5-pin. No gobble gobble for you, my friend. Maybe next time. So Dustin ends up with a nice 223. So So this is over then. Yeah. Yeah, so this is pretty much wrapped up then. That double ninth definitely would max out Richard at 215. Let's take a peek here. We'll see. We're gonna know here for sure in a second. So he can shoot 174 and he's at 841. So yeah, 2 So Dustin won. So the code is going to be for 10% off tonight. You'll get an opportunity to get 10% off. There was no gobble, and Dustin is going to take this win 3-0. So the code is right there. You can see it. It's CtD CM10. That is the code. Definitely a pretty cool match. Very tricky, for sure. We appreciate you guys watching. So all you got to do now is take this code, CtD CM10. Go to the website, ctdbowling.com. And if you go there, you can purchase anything you want. Use that code, get 10% off. So feel free to use that code from now for the next 2 hours and save you some money. We appreciate you guys coming and watching. We're going to do a quick little presentation, a quick little chat with the guys and kind of talk a little bit about what's going on. So we're going to have the guys go out there on the lanes, and I'm going to go out. Hopefully, we're actually going to bring them closer to me since I have to use this new microphone that's not very portable. But we'll make a little movement here, and we'll get just a little bit of a chat. So, have you guys talk a little bit about your experience? Dustin, you want to talk a little bit about what you saw out there, and then we'll have Richard go next.
Yeah, so on the house shot, I started with the paradox, and I wasn't honestly comfortable with it. As the game started to go on, I started to be less and less confident. So that's why I made the switch to the parallax. Now, the reason I switched to the parallax is I wanted something that was a little more angular when it exited the pattern, but the surface I had on it and the ball itself was just too angular. So that's why I went to the Obsession Tour, something a little more continuous than the paradox as well as the parallax. So, and then going over to 3 and 4, which was Eiffel Tower, I started with the red paradox as well. I had a really, really good look in practice, which is why I didn't take that many practice shots. The reason was I didn't want my look to go away. There is 26 mils, but it's all across 46 feet. So all of that volume is dispersed across the 48 feet. So it's not a lot of volume in most places. So the reason I didn't take all those practice shots is because if that went away, I had a massive hook spot, which is what I found as with the match went on. So I moved right. It looked better. Just wasn't trusting good shots, but was able to string enough together.
All right, Richard, how was your experience? What did you get to see?
Oh, a lot. So, I mean, this is my first time ever bowling on sports shots, and it's so much different than just league shots.
Okay.
It's usually league shots. You can just power through the lane, and your ball's eventually, you're eventually going to find your spot. But it's so much like the way that the oil is, and the way your ball is either you're in or you're out. So you got to be spot on. You got to find your mark, find your spot, and just keep driving. And I just couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a challenge.
That is the best part of it, right? That's the best part of it, being able to bowl on 2 different patterns, being able to experience something that's kind of new too.
This was frustrating, but I think this is more fun than league shots because it's more challenging and it's not just the same thing over and over and over again. So I think you're explaining to me that every lane is different, no matter, even if it's the same oil pattern, the lane is still different. So you got to kind of attack it at a different way, at a different angle, and it makes it more interesting.
Right, absolutely. So we appreciate you guys coming out here, being able to bowl, show the group, the people that were watching, a little bit about the differences between the 2 patterns and the differences between the thought processes that you got to use when you're bowling on 2 different patterns. So the good news is everybody watching got a little bit of a discount. And Richard, tomorrow we're going to spend the day doing a little bit of a lesson. So we're going to be able to help you go back to your hometown and be a little bit more knowledgeable about the game of bowling and have a few new tricks in your bag to be able to beat up on those guys back at league. So we appreciate you coming and bowling, and we look forward to spending a lot of time with you tomorrow and working on your game with you.
Thank you for everything. Yeah.
All right, and Dustin, CtD management staff, he's definitely holding up his end of the bargain much better than I have been. Gives him a 4-0 record. So congratulations on being able to hold up the team, so to speak, and being able to kind of show us your thought process today on making some ball changes and then playing some different parts of the lane. That was pretty cool for people to be able to watch and see. So you guys have the code. You know what to do. You got literally 2 hours to make it happen. If you want to get a discount, buy yourself something, buy your friend something, maybe buy your wife something. Maybe she will enjoy some CtD products. Maybe she can get involved in this thing a little bit too. Anyway, with that being said, for Ali, Ron Sr., my mom, Brenda, Dustin, and Richard, and Paul in the back, for all the entire group over here at CtD Education Center, we appreciate you guys watching. And with that being said, we're going to sign off. Have a good evening. Stay safe. And we'll see you on Monday. Woo! We're going to see you on Monday. Going to do it all over again. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.